Well, greetings again. This is Dr. Bill Wyatt, and we're still on palatal separation. This is something that I feel is so important that orthodontists and anybody working with children or working with it, anybody in dentistry ought to know how to separate a palate. If it doesn't matter whether you're orthodontist or not, you should learn how to separate the palate, because so many people have underdeveloped maxillas simply because of stress, are allergic to so many blooming things we have in the air nowadays that they can't breathe good. And if you breathe through your mouth, I don't care who you are, how old you are, your upper teeth don't get expanded properly. And so you need to go in and restore that back to what it really should be. And so you separate the palate, or you expand the whole thing with a large big daddy arch wire, but then you've got to learn how to do the buccal root torque with a rectangular wire that's under the large expansion arch you put in there. You can put those big expanding arches and separate or expand anything going or coming with that. So let me get through, show you this one more simple case here, but it takes a difficult orthodontic case and you finish that case up by separating the palate. It makes it very easy to do the case. So let's go first, and you can look at the facial structure. Got good facial height in here. It's about the same all the way up. Looks good. Nice looking young lady. And so we're going to solve a problem she's got. When she smiles, she shows her teeth good. But this cuspid is way over here, and this one is here. So these teeth are all over to one side of her mouth. And you look at that, and she's in a crossbite all the way back to the molar here. And these teeth are way over on this side. And here's the cuspid tooth over here. And let's see. And I can't hardly pick out what the cuspid, but it's way inside. The whole thing is shifted over. You look at this case and think, well, this is an ungodly, difficult case. Well, it might be if you don't have sense enough to learn how to separate teeth like this, and you want this side of the mouth to go out, but you don't want this side over here to go out. So you have to learn how to, I'm going to draw a couple of teeth over here. Your molars on one side over here are fitting right. The upper molar are lapped over the lower molar like this. And on the other side, the upper molars are here, and the lower molar is out here. And so we want this to separate and go out, and we have to hold that where it is. Now, excuse me, not like that. We want this to come over where this cusp here will be fitting down there, and the upper one fits out like this is correct. That keeps the cheek out from being chewed up. And my mine are hitting cusp to cusp, but I bite my cheeks with that. I know what a problem this is. Now, we're going to come in here and we'll have to open the bite some to get these teeth to jump over here. But what you do, you're going to be pushing on this going out, and it goes out. You have to push the other side out too. You put the same pressure would be on both sides. So we got to put some pressure that makes the teeth go in the other direction. So this tooth here is trying to go out, so you hook an elastic and go in like this. and that holds this tooth in here, counteracts the force coming from this side, and over here you want the rubber band coming from this side over here, and that puts all the rubber bands are moving the teeth in this direction, and the force to separate this thing, push it, is moving part of them in one direction and the other direction also. So you have to learn how to expand one side of the mouth at a time. Now you watch, it's so simple. Once you learn how to do this, but if you, I was talking to one of our best people the other day, and he was wondering how you can do that. And I mean, this is something you ought to know how to do, just naturally. Here's the center line. See this way, going down like that? It needs to be way over here somewhere. And we'll put it there. With this straight-wise orthodontics, there's not a movement of the teeth that I know of that you can't do. And this is something people have said adults couldn't go. They said you couldn't expand these teeth. They said a whole lot of things that couldn't be done, and you could do every one of them by using the stuff we have in this particular type of orthodontics. Now I took straight wire, I used the brackets, the torque and tip and in and out like straight wire does, but then we went way beyond straight wire and doing and correcting things like this. Now watch those teeth go over, like I say. Now this side here is the right side of the mouth, and it's looking pretty good. See, this cuspid is out, and it's got to go in. The lateral over here is down in here, like that. So we've got to take this stuff out and spread this out. Now on this side, it's fitting in there correctly. That's class 1 here. And this is correct, this is correct, but this is in a crossbite, a total crossbite in there. So we're going to put some blocks, I'm pretty sure we did, to open that up. So all these teeth are coming over. Now look at this. Now this makes this look like a real tough case. Here is the lateral, there's the central teeth. Here is the other lateral over here. There's this cuspid. Here's this cuspid. The cuspids look like they're almost correct, except this is in crossbite over here, and you're going to have to spread all this out on one side along with this, and so we're going to put a palatal separator, and if you look at the center of the tooth, it'll be going out like that. Now, having a palatal separator in something like this makes this a relatively simple case. All right, down on the bottom, it looks pretty good all the way around. It looks like a little narrow lateral, but maybe not. All right, we hook this thing up, and we put this lateral here. So we started a spring in this area, and you can start that right on a woven wire in there, which is very flexible, or you can take a 016 knot-tie wire and put in there, and it just jumps all the way back to these teeth, and you might hook onto this like that, and you bring this tooth down. This is leveling tooth to tooth. We put these in. These have wings on them. They're real good brackets to use. Of these, we use a simple single bracket deal. And here we've got the double We put a double on this one, I don't know why. All right, now let's go on from there. Now, this tooth should go on this side right here. In other words, we want to move this over wide enough so where we can get this lateral underneath here. It's going to fit in right around here, and this cuspid then will come down in that shape. So we separate the palate. Now let's close down like that, and here we put the separator in, and we're going to crank this thing really, we'll widen it way out there. These teeth will go out, these will go out, this will open up here. We're going to change this deal here to be going more or less like that, and we will make room in here, bring this cuspid down in that place. Now we separate this palate. Now there's the lower arch. It's lined up already. Here's the upper arch. Real simple by doing a palatal separator. You see this center midline going right down through the middle. And here's that lateral. This cuspid was right up against that. There's the lateral over here. So here we are, finished up, and it made a relatively simple case out of something that could have been really difficult to do. Thanks for watching, and I want you to join our channel, and I'll say goodbye, and I will close this out now. Thank you.